Okay, Clint Bowyer has joined us now. He drives the number 33 Cheerios Hamburger Helper Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. He's currently 12th in points, holding down that final precious chase spot at the current time. And Clint, your mindset about what you're going to have to do, obviously, tomorrow night to get back in the chase.
Yeah, we had a good nationwide car so far, so we've had some fun here. Had a lot of laps on the track already, and that's kind of helped to, keep your mind off everything that's going on with the Cup car. But man, I tell you, with 17-point lead, whatever it is, that's a pretty good pad. We just got to go out with any luck at all. With any luck at all, we'll be in this thing, and if we're not, I would say it just was not meant to be. So. This is an important racetrack for us. This is one of my best racetracks, and looking forward to getting underway under practice here and seeing what we got for a car.
Thank you, Clint. Questions for Clint Bowyer. We'll start here with Reed and then go back to the back row. Go ahead.
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Clint, what have you done since Atlanta basically to take your mind off this situation, and what have you done to prepare for this weekend?
Well, actually, over the last probably 4 months, I've put off working on my dirt car for Kansas, so I'm behind on it. I've been building a new body for it and getting it ready to go so I can be ready here at the end of the month or first of next month for Kansas Speedway. So looking forward to doing that. Just been shop working with the guys, the dirt guys, and having fun. Last week was a very, very important week for us. We struggled big time in the middle part of that race and was able to get back up and get a top 10 finish and, more importantly, put some more points in between, them and us. And that was a huge sigh of relief.
Let's go to the gentleman on the back row, then to Jeff Hood, and then David Newton.
Hi, Clint. Downing from Comcast Sportsnet. I interviewed Shane Wilson, your crew chief, earlier today, and he looked pretty relaxed. But my question to him was who was more nervous, you or him? And he laughed pretty hard, and he said you were, so I wanted to get your comment on it.
I've been in this deal before. I know when to be nervous and when not to, and it's still time to be nervous. But, it's a good feeling going in over a 100-point lead in the situation we're in. Anything can happen, of course, but, the odds are in our favor, certainly. So, looking forward to the race, looking forward to having a good night. This is my favorite racetrack. The night race at Richmond, this is an awesome, awesome race to be a part of, and I'm looking forward to it and then enjoying the rest of the night with all the festivities. It's a special thing. To be a part of that chase is very relieving, very gratifying. That's a pretty elite crowd. 12 drivers, 12 teams, and an opportunity to win a championship is pretty special.
Let's go Jeff Hood and then David Newton.
Jeff Hood of RacingToday.com. Clint, Jamie McMurray was quoted last week as saying he would not give up his Daytona 500 and Brickyard 400 trophies for a berth in the chase. Let me ask you, would you give up a berth in the chase to hold the two trophies for what are arguably the best or top two races in the sport? Either yes or no, and why?
Well, you want to be greedy and have them all, but those are two big races that go down in the history books. I'd probably rather be in his shoes right now. The Daytona 500 is special, and we were pretty close, and it was very frustrating to watch him, walk off into victory lane. But that's a special race. To win that thing, like I said, there's only the best drivers in this sport have won that race, and it's pretty cool.
David Newton.
Yeah, Clint, David Newton, ESPN.com. A lot of people are talking about this is going to be a crazy race because there's nothing to lose for anybody. Can drivers really try any harder than they've been trying all season?
You give it 100%. What happens is some teams they can afford to take gambles, fuel mileage wise, tire wise, strategy wise, and that separates, the race out. It really shakes things up. At the end of the races, you're going to see guys, keeping track position and doing whatever it takes to be up front to have that opportunity to win. Whereas you normally may not see that when it's everything's riding on the line. So, at the end of the day, to answer your question, drivers can't do anything. They better be giving it 100%, and they are. If they're at this level in this sport, they give it 110% every time they're on the racetrack.
Let's go Shannon and then Mike Vega.
Clint, Shannon Spake, ESPN. I've heard you say two things. I've heard you say, yeah, you are a little bit concerned still, and yeah, I think, unless the wheels fall off, this is our chase to be in. What would you say the ratio is? How much thought are you giving to, the fact that something could happen here at Richmond Saturday night?
Well, I mean, anything can happen anytime you get run over crossing the street. It's like I tell people every time I get on my Harley and they whine about riding a motorcycle. I'm like, hey, you can die walking across the street. This is easy. I was nervous about running a nationwide series these last few races because I didn't know the situation we'd be in, and I didn't know how that would interfere. And I tell you, it's really complimented. I mean, we run bad last week, but it kind of gave me some laps on the track and kept your mind off of just worrying about the chase and the Cup car. Same thing here. Car's very fast, and right now I haven't even thought about my Cup car because I got a shot at winning this thing tonight, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Mike Vega, right here.
Hey, Clint, Mike Vega, Boston Globe. We were talking to Kevin earlier, and he said he might be just as nervous as you are, in terms of trying to get around you cleanly and not causing you any disruption out there. But do you feel like the pitcher who's throwing a no-hitter right now and no one wants to come near you, no one wants to kind of get you out of your thought process or frame of mind? I mean, and where is that right now?
Well, respect goes a long ways in this sport, and I feel like I respect drivers on the racetrack. In return, they respect me back, and I appreciate that, and I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? The 39 car, he bounced off a few last week, and I would say if somebody's going to retaliate, it probably wouldn't be on the 33 ball; it'd be on the 39 ball. So, I'm looking forward to having a good race. I mean, this, like I said, I don't want to lose focus on the task at hand. We're here to win the race. Don't let me kid you. That's what everybody's here to do. This is a fun, very important part of this sport and these short tracks, in my opinion. And this is an opportunity for me to run well.
We'll go Reed, and then we'll go Jay, and end with Dustin.
Reed Spencer, Sport News. Clint, on the assumption that you're in the chase, RCR will have 3 cars, so will Roush Fenway. On the other hand, Kurt Busch will be the lone Dodge, the lone guy on his team. Is there any strength in numbers when you get down to those final 10 races?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at our performance all year long at RCR, it's been very good. These racetracks, if you look at just the 33 car within these last 10 races, we ran well the first race, the first time around at most of them. Actually ran in the top 5. What we got to get better at is getting to finish, like my teammate Kevin Harvick has. He's done a great job at showing the potential of RCR cars all season long, and if Jeff and I can match his success early in the season for these last 10 and put it together for 10 races, we're going to have a shot at winning the championship at RCR.
We'll go Jay and end with Dustin.
Jay Pennell with front stretch and all left turns. Kind of touched on the teammate situation again. You look at a guy like Kurt who doesn't have a teammate in the chase. You guys are all in the chase. Is it a benefit to have everybody in the chase because you're kind of pushing each other? Or when you look at Kurt's situation, he's got 2 other teammates that can maybe have gone out there last few weeks trying a few things, trying different things here and there.
Yeah, I mean, make no mistake. I mean, whether you're in the chase or not, you're still a teammate, and you better be a teammate. And that's why they have multi-car teams. Is I would say the cars, him having teammates that are not in a chase might open the door for an opportunity to come up with that home run. Whereas an organization's got all 3 cars in the chase, you're not going to have a guy that go out and try something that's completely out of the box that may be the big hitter for that night. So that might even play in their favor a little bit someday.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Clint, in 07, you entered the chase after the reset last. I think probably a lot of people overlooked you and had that run to finish 3rd. Unless you win tomorrow night, you're probably going to restart toward the bottom. So how are you going to win this championship then, since you're showing that the guy can make a run? And 2, can you talk about what maybe the personal pressure or mental pressure is like, how it's different in the chase, if it is, or how you deal with it from the regular season?
consistency always wins championships, and I think it's going to be even more crucial this time around. You don't have dominant race cars like you did, the last couple of years with Jimmy Johnson and the Hendrick Motorsports camp. You're actually seeing Superman struggle a little bit, and everybody's caught up to him. And, everybody's learned from them guys and the pace they had set. I think everybody's caught up a little bit. So I really do believe, going into Homestead, you're going to have 4 to 3 to 6 cars, in a legit shot at a championship. I think it's just that's how close the racing is these days. And the one that can stay the most consistent is going to be the one that comes out on top. Yeah, and us, going in the last car in, I mean, we have nowhere to go but up. Nobody expects you to do anything in the chase. You're the last car in, and it's fun to race that way. I mean, that's the way it was in 07. You don't have any pressure. You go out and have fun with it each and every week, and the results come. It's just so much easier to race that way.
Clint, thank you very much,
Thank
and
you,
good
guys.
luck tonight and tomorrow night. Thank you. See you, man.